Good afternoon, class. Joe Collette here with this Modulate presentation. We were told to pick one of the four major topics of Modulate and go over it in a presentation. So I chose the foreign exchange market, and let's get right into it. So the foreign exchange market is a place where foreign currencies are bought and sold. You could see buyers and sellers that include firms, foreign exchange brokers, commercial banks, central banks, or just individuals in between. And just like any other market, it's not a physical place. It's not a singularly located place where all this takes place. It is the global network of those bankers, brokers, and foreign exchange dealers, all connected by electronic communications. There are three major roles in the foreign exchange, and it's the transfer function, the credit function, and the hedging function. Um, the transfer credit and hedging functions are, three of the main things that we see here in the foreign market. I'm not going to go into great detail on these. If you'd like more information, just wanted to point those out. I really want to focus on, what exactly the exchange might be to an individual or what it might mean to you. An individual currency is a singular, but there are always two currencies involved in an exchange. So if we look at it here's an example of the US dollar to the euro with an exchange rate of 1.2875. That means one euro will buy you 1.28 US dollars. If this rate changes up or down, that means that the 1 euro, using it as the base, the singular currency, would buy you more or less of the United States dollar. So it's all about, where those two things line up equivocally. So we're going to look at that in just a little more detail here with the purchasing power parity, which is a theory that states that the exchange rate between currencies are in equilibrium when their purchasing power is the same of each two countries. This means that I should be able to buy the same good for the same amount of money between the two countries. So if a dollar in Europe gets me, I don't know, a candy bar, and then $1.27 will buy the same candy bar in the United States based on that scenario we had a minute ago. So a real world example with this would be like a TV. Say you wanted to buy a TV, and in Canadian dollars it costs $750. But in US dollars, the same TV costs $500. So you could say the exchange rate would be $1.50 or 1.50 from Canadian to US dollar because of the purchasing power is the same. I found this really interesting and had never heard of the Big Mac Index before, so this was something that was relevant to this chapter, this specific thing, and it's a funny way to think of it. The Big Mac Index is also known as the Big Mac PPP, and it's a survey done by The Economist magazine measuring the purchasing power parity of different nations using the price of a Big Mac, like the name suggests. McDonald's has happened to be all over the world now, so it's interesting that you could use a Big Mac as an economic tool to know how much or how far your money will go. The Big Mac Index suggests that in theory, changes in the exchange rate between currencies should affect the price the consumer pays for a Big Mac in a particular nation. It replaces the basket with a popular hamburger. Here are my references. Hope you got some insight on what the foreign exchange market is. If you have questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.